Beloved visionaries, there is a dream in your heart that refuses to die, a whisper from heaven you cannot ignore. This isn't just ambition, it's assignment. Too many are living beneath their potential, not because God is silent, but because they've never learned the divine system of manifestation. Today, we open a prophetic portal, a kingdom blueprint hidden in Habakkuk 2:3, where God says, "Write the vision, make it plain, wait for the appointed time." In this message, you're not just receiving inspiration, you're receiving divine instruction. If you're serious about walking in purpose and unlocking what God has placed inside you, then you've found your word. So before we go further, take a moment, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because what you're about to receive will shift your mindset, ignite your spirit, and give you clarity on how to manifest your God-given dream. Let's go deeper. Every great movement on earth began with a thought, but not every thought becomes a movement. The difference is in documentation. The first divine instruction in Habakkuk 2 isn't to pray, fast, or even speak, it's to write. God tells the prophet, write the vision. Why? Because what is not written is easily forgotten. Heaven can deposit a divine dream in your spirit, but until you document it, it lacks earthly structure. Dreams are spiritual seeds, but like any seed, they need soil, and the soil of dreams is clarity. Writing the vision gives the dream form, detail, and responsibility. God doesn't respond to vague desires. He responds to faith-filled clarity. If you can't articulate it, you're not ready to carry it. Look at every visionary in Scripture. Noah was given blueprints, Moses received tablets, Nehemiah had a plan. Even Jesus declared his purpose plainly. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me. He knew his assignment. The ones who move nations are the ones who write clearly what heaven has whispered. A young woman once came to a mentor and said, "I believe I'm called to change the world." The mentor asked, "Show me your vision on paper." She had none. He gently said, "Until it's written, it's still just a wish." Writing the vision activates your participation. It moves the dream from spirit to structure. It becomes your North Star, your filter for decision making. It gives you something to return to when the storms of life tempt you to forget why you started. Writing the vision is not about performance, it's about alignment. When you write it, you tell heaven, "I agree, I'm ready." Writing the vision is your contract of faith with God. It shows you're serious, it shows you're stewarding the dream well. So pause, reflect, then write not just what you want, but what God showed you. That vision, clearly written, becomes the roadmap for manifestation. Without it, you're wandering. With it, you're building. God's command wasn't just to write the vision, it was to make it plain. This is where many people miss their miracle. They write too fancy, too vague, too complicated. But vision was never meant to impress, it was meant to instruct. If it's too deep to understand, it's too foggy to run with. To make it plain means to remove confusion, strip away complexity, and express it in a way that even a child could understand. God's strategy for manifestation doesn't require deep theology or mystical language. It requires clarity with conviction. Heaven is not asking you to be poetic, it's asking you to be precise. Think of it like an architect's blueprint. Would you build a house from a blurry sketch? No. You need clear lines, clear numbers, and clear measurements. The same applies to your dream. If others can't read it and see what you see, it hasn't yet been made plain. Jesus always made profound truth simple. He used stories, parables, and visual language to communicate divine reality. Why? Because simplicity makes vision transferable. When your dream is plain, others can catch it, support it, run with it, pray over it, invest in it, and be changed by it. A small business owner once wrote on a napkin, "One day, I will open a bakery that brings hope to broken people through bread and coffee. It was simple but powerful. Years later, she owns 4 bakery cafes that hire the homeless, feed the poor, and fund missions. Her dream wasn't a paragraph, it was a sentence, and that sentence became a movement. Clarity gives speed. When the vision is plain, you don't waste time guessing. You know what fits and what doesn't. You say no to distractions because you've already said yes to your focus. So go back to what you wrote. Ask, can a stranger read this and know what I'm called to do? If not, simplify it. Cut the fluff. Leave the fire. Simplicity doesn't weaken your vision, it sharpens it. A plain vision becomes a powerful force in the hands of faith. Habakkuk 2. 2 doesn't end with writing and simplifying the vision. It says, that he may run who reads it. God didn't say, that he may sit and admire it, or that he may dream about it. He said run, because once the vision is written and made plain, action is expected. Vision is a divine calling, but motion is your human responsibility. You can't manifest what you're not willing to move toward. Too many people are waiting for God to do everything, but the truth is, God gives the blueprint, but he expects you to build. He gives the instruction, but you must take the initiative. Running with the vision means embracing urgency, not rushing, but moving with focused intention. It means understanding that vision not acted upon becomes vision wasted. A dream written but not pursued becomes a burden on your soul. That's why some people feel restless, not because God hasn't spoken, but because they haven't started moving. Consider Nehemiah. When he heard about the broken walls of Jerusalem, he didn't just pray, he planned. He didn't just plan, he moved. He mobilized people, he built, he faced opposition, but he didn't stop running. His vision had legs because his faith had movement. Faith is not proven by what you believe, it's proven by what you're willing to act on. Manifestation isn't magic, it's movement under obedience. A young man once dreamed of becoming a doctor, but he didn't have money for school. He didn't wait for a miracle. He started studying online, took free courses, volunteered at clinics, applied for scholarships relentlessly. Today, he's a licensed physician. His vision wasn't more special. It was just more active. When the vision is plain, others can run with it too. Vision attracts runners, partners, mentors, sponsors, intercessors. But no one can run with you if you're standing still. Your movement creates momentum. So what are you doing with the vision God gave you? Are you still dreaming, or are you running? Because God is not just looking for dreamers. He's looking for runners. And when you start running with the vision, heaven starts running with you. Habakkuk 2:3 declares, for the vision is yet for an appointed time. This one sentence can either anchor your soul or shake your faith, depending on how well you understand the difference between your time and God's time. You see, vision has a divine schedule attached to it. No matter how ready you feel, no matter how passionate you are, the vision will only manifest when the appointment of heaven aligns with the obedience of earth. This is where most people grow weary. They confuse preparation with promotion. Just because you've written the vision doesn't mean it's time for it to be fulfilled. God is not just concerned with what you manifest, but when. Because if you receive the right thing at the wrong time, it becomes the wrong thing. Joseph had a dream as a teenager. It was clear, it was divine, but the appointment wasn't in the dream. It was in the pit, the prison, and eventually the palace. The vision was real, but it took years before it matched the time. And when it finally came, he was not just ready to lead. He was ready to forgive. This appointed time is not passive, it's purposeful. It's the season when God is working on you behind the scenes. He's building your patience, stretching your faith, removing your pride, sharpening your wisdom. The appointed time often feels like delay, but it's divine development. Have you ever ordered something online and received a message that says, "Delivery scheduled"? You don't cancel the order, you just wait for the timing. The dream you've written, the vision you've clarified, is already in heaven's system. It's scheduled for delivery. The question is, are you maturing while you wait? Too many abort the process because it's taking too long, but the womb of purpose cannot be rushed. A baby born premature needs machines to survive. A vision born before its time needs miracles to survive. But when it arrives in the fullness of time, it breathes on its own, strong, stable, and fruitful. The vision has an appointment. Trust the schedule of heaven. Habakkuk 2:3 continues with a powerful phrase, but at the end it will speak, and it will not lie. This reveals a deep spiritual truth. Your vision has a voice, and when its time comes, it will speak so loudly that no one can deny what God has done. You don't have to force a God-given dream to prove itself. When it's real and rightly birthed, the fruit will speak for you. You won't need to announce it, defend it, or beg people to believe it. Manifestation becomes your confirmation. What speaks louder than arguments is results. What silences critics is the harvest. When a seed is in the ground, it's invisible. But when the season changes and the shoot rises, it speaks. Not with words, but with evidence. The seed says, "I was there all along." That's how dreams work. They are hidden for a time, but once matured, they speak for themselves. David didn't have to convince Israel he was king after Goliath fell. His victory did the talking. Ruth didn't need to post a declaration of her destiny. Her alignment with Boaz revealed her position. Jesus didn't prove he was the Son of God through debate. He let his resurrection speak. Sometimes your quiet obedience is louder than your loud declarations. It's not always about telling people what you will do. It's about doing what God told you and letting the outcome speak. The most powerful testimonies come from fulfilled vision that needed no explanation. There will be a time when people who doubted you will watch you walk in what they laughed at. There will be a season where you won't need to argue because the fruit in your hands will shut every mouth. Vision, when birthed in obedience, always speaks, and it never lies. So don't waste energy trying to prove your calling. Don't exhaust yourself trying to be validated. Keep building, keep believing, keep obeying. Because when the vision matures, when the appointed time comes, it will speak, and its voice will echo louder than anything you could say. Trust God. Let the dream do the talking. Habakkuk 2:3 includes a phrase that tests the heart of every dreamer, though it tarries. That word, tarry, means it seems to linger longer than expected. It appears slow. The vision isn't lying, but it's not happening on your timeline. And this is where discouragement whispers its lies. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it's not for me. Maybe I missed God. But tarrying is not the same as cancellation. God's delays are never his denials. What you call a delay, God calls preparation. What you call slowness, God calls perfect timing. You see, vision is like fruit. It must be ripened before it is revealed. Premature dreams often collapse under pressure, but dreams that endure the tarrying season come out strong, unshakable, and undeniable. Imagine a farmer planting a seed and digging it up every few days to see if it's growing. That's how many believers treat their dreams. They start in faith, but the moment they don't see quick results, they panic. They abandon what they once believed. But the seed doesn't grow faster because you're impatient. It grows stronger because you trust the process. Think about Abraham. God promised him a son, but that promise tarried for 25 years. Yet Scripture says he staggered not at the promise of God through unbelief, but was strong in faith, giving glory to God. That's the posture you need in the tarrying season. Not panic, but praise. What do you do while the vision tarries? You build yourself. You refine your skills. You protect your character. You deepen your prayer life. Because when the dream shows up, you must be strong enough to carry its weight. God isn't just preparing the dream for you. He's preparing you for the dream. A woman once waited 8 years for her book to be published. Every rejection felt like failure. But when the right publisher finally came, her story touched thousands. Looking back, she realized God wasn't late. He was strategic. So if the vision tarries, don't quit. Don't change the plan. Don't rewrite what God said. Stand firm. Wait with hope. Because delay is not the end. It's just the space where God builds your strength for the blessing. Habakkuk 2:3 says, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Wait for it. These 3 words, wait for it, are not passive instructions. They are active commands. Waiting in the kingdom is not sitting idle with folded hands. It is standing in expectation with sharpened focus. To wait in faith is to prepare as if the vision were already knocking on your door. Some people mistake patience for paralysis, but true kingdom waiting is deeply active. Noah waited for rain, but he built the ark. David waited for the throne, but he served in the wilderness. Esther waited for her moment, but she positioned herself in prayer and strategy. Faith doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what you can while trusting God to do what you cannot. There's a temptation to force the promise when it feels delayed. Abraham tried it with Hagar. Moses tried it when he killed the Egyptian. And both situations created more pain than progress. Why? Because impatience invites disaster. When you try to give birth to God's vision in man's timing, you end up producing something that looks like the dream, but lacks its destiny. Waiting is a spiritual discipline. It refines your motives, it purifies your faith, it clears the noise of ambition and tunes your heart to God's rhythm. It reminds you that you are not the author of the dream, you are the steward. And stewards don't rush the king. A young entrepreneur once said, if I had received success 5 years ago, I would have destroyed it with my ego. Today, after waiting, failing, learning, and maturing, he leads a business that funds ministries around the world. The wait didn't kill the dream, it prepared the vessel. Wait for it is God's way of saying, you're not ready yet, but you will be. It's not punishment, it's perfection. God is aligning people, resources, timing, and your own heart. So while you wait, don't doubt, don't retreat, and don't compromise. Instead, wait like a soldier, wait like a servant, wait like a son. Because when the wait ends and the vision arrives, you'll be ready, not just to receive it, but to carry it well. Habakkuk 2:3 ends with a divine guarantee. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry. This is not motivational hype. This is a promise from the mouth of God. And when God says surely, there is no force in hell or earth that can cancel it. If he said it, it's settled. But notice the language, it will surely come. Not maybe, not if everything goes right, not if the economy agrees. It's a certainty rooted in God's unchanging character. The foundation of manifestation isn't your effort. It's God's faithfulness. That's what makes the wait worth it. That's what keeps your feet moving when your eyes see nothing. That's what gives you boldness to stand in front of what looks impossible and say, I believe anyway. God is not a man that he should lie. What he speaks is law, and if he gave you a vision, he has also scheduled its fulfillment. Your job is to walk, trust, obey, and endure. His job is to bring it to pass. Think of Sarah, barren and old, yet God said, this time next year. And exactly at that time Isaac came. Think of Elijah, who declared rain even when the skies were clear, and soon a storm cloud formed. Think of the cross, where the world saw death, but God had already declared resurrection. It came, it always comes. A woman once wrote a vision to open a center for abused women. Years passed, money ran out. Doubts crept in, but she kept praying, kept refining the plan. One day a donor called, completely unprompted, and funded the entire project. Today, that center is saving lives. When God says it will come, it doesn't matter who said it won't. And when it comes, it doesn't just fulfill your dream, it fulfills your faith. Because in that moment, you won't just celebrate the dream, you'll worship the dream giver. So hold on, keep standing, keep speaking what God showed you. Because this is not fantasy, this is prophecy. It will surely come, not by your striving, not by your timeline, but by His faithfulness. You can write the vision, you can make it plain, you can wait, run, and even endure the delays. But if you stop short of obedience, manifestation will remain locked behind a door your faith never opened. Dreams are not just fulfilled by desire, they are fulfilled by divine compliance. Heaven doesn't partner with rebellion, it partners with surrender. That's why in John 2, when Jesus performed his first miracle, Mary gave only one instruction: whatever He tells you to do, do it. That sentence birthed a manifestation no one saw coming. The problem is, obedience is often uncomfortable. God rarely tells you to do what's convenient. He asks for what stretches you. Build the ark, leave your country. Forgive the one who betrayed you. Start the vision with no budget. Speak when you're afraid. Move when you're not ready. And that's the doorway where miracles walk in. One woman dreamed of opening a Christian counseling center, but hesitated because of fear. She was waiting for more signs. Then one night, in prayer, she heard God say, "You already have the instruction. Move." The next week, she rented a small office, even though it scared her. Within a month, clients came. Within a year, she had 3 locations. The dream didn't wait for her boldness. It was waiting for her obedience. Your obedience is proof that you trust the one who gave the vision. It is the final test before release. It shows that you're not chasing results, you're following orders. Obedience turns vision into victory because it completes the process. Don't just pray over your dream, obey toward it. When you take that step, the provision will meet you on the path. Heaven never asks you to obey without already preparing what's on the other side. So here's the final key. Do what He told you. No excuses, no delays, no detours. Your next breakthrough is not waiting on God, it's waiting on your obedience.